Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Childe watches Deltora Quest. When we last left our heroes, they found the diamond. What's her face? Norita didn't get killed, unlike she did in the book, and they united the belt, but nothing happened. So Leaf and everyone else is just assuming that they need to find the heir now, which is going to be a little hard since they traveled all over Deltora to look for him and haven't found a trace of him. They went to Tora. Nobody was in Tora, but now that they freed the Valley of the Lost, Tora's going back. Tora is going to come back, and I'm interested to see how they handle this, because from the looks of the last episode, it looked like they kind of
the topaz. Symbol of faith.
It looked like they split up from the rest of the groups, but yeah, as the intro is explaining right now, they found all the gems.
The heavenly stone.
Sorry to be boring like that, but I really don't have much to add. Oh, and you may be wondering, why haven't you uploaded some stuff recently? Well,
and finally, in the Valley of the Lost,
summer class started, and basically I have been super busy. I haven't been so busy that I'm the 7 Gems United, as it's crazy on the title screen. I haven't been so busy that I haven't been able to do this, because this really doesn't take a whole lot of editing effort. It just depends on how out of sync the audio gets and and just putting it together and making the thumbnail, which once again isn't that hard. The hard part is I have been literally having little to no time to do anything except schoolwork and regular work.
Now we just have to find him.
I go 4 days a week for school, since there's nothing really interesting to talk about right now. I go 4 days a week for school for about 3 hours, and as you can imagine, I get a lot of homework from that. Plus, I get a test every other week, so that's always fun to study for. I didn't do too bad on my first test, though. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm still writing the script for your lie in April.
And I remember something
yes, I know, it's gonna be a while, guys, especially considering that I'm coming up on a year here in a month, basically. Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing, but really nothing has been panning out the way it has. And with this being, this is my last summer semester of college. I'm hoping fall is my last semester of college, but that may change depending on how difficult the classes get.
Have you ever wished you could fly?
Yeah, Doom did ride with what's-his-face. I think it's Jonathan. I can never remember his name. Akbaba?
An Akbaba!
It's heading for the Valley of the Lost.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't an Akbaba in the Return to Del.
The fog's
Why is
back.
it? Oh yeah, I remember why it's getting
Is it the Shadow Lord? Do you think he knows already?
I guess the Akbaba did appear in the Return to Del, because the valley gets all misty when there's trouble.
When the Shadow Lord's spell was broken, our powers returned. We created this fog.
For the time being, he must not discover that we are free. This fog will make the valley appear to be unchanged from the outside.
That's clever.
Yep.
After
That is
so
until
many
they come
years
in
of
on the
gray, we
inside.
hate to see the blue sky disappear.
Though,
but I believe
yeah,
we
we'll
need to
learn
bear
about
it a
that
little
further.
longer.
There is a specific scene that's
Billy's
going to be
right.
interesting
This fog
to
has a
see,
very
but
sweet smell.
it's probably
We
going to
have
come in
made
a
it
later
healthy
episode.
for all living creatures to breathe. But perhaps what you're smelling isn't the fog at all, but something more appealing.
What would that be? Huh. I wonder if you can. Well, if you polish it, you can.
It's so
set up
nice to
tree
see
stuff
life in
on
their
tables
eyes.
like that, though. You got to be really specific with the
Everyone
saw.
looks so happy.
We may be in hiding, but all the same, we are grateful to have been given a second chance. Surely a time for celebration.
Please, we'd be honored to have you join us in
But
this
yeah,
feast.
Return to
I'm
Del
told these are all
is going to
traditional
deal with a
Toran
variety
dishes.
of topics. It's not going to be like the others where it's kind of stuck to a formula. Heroes wander
really
into town,
tasty.
heroes find trouble
What do you
in
say?
town.
Are you ready to celebrate
Heroes
a little?
eventually stumble upon path to the gym, get to the gym, conflict, end
This
of
is
conflict,
great.
defeat
Did you
the
make this with
Guardian.
magic too?
Oh no,
scene
everything
names,
here was
basically.
prepared by
This
hand.
one's kind of
I'm afraid
going
there
to
are
be
some
told more
things
as a
that even
story.
magic cannot outdo.
It's going to start with the
And trust
meeting
me,
of
any Toran will tell
7
you our food
tribes.
is one of those things.
Because
agree more.
I can't
There's
remember why.
nothing
I
like
think
home
that's
cooking.
how they find the heir. That you got to unite the 7 tribes in order to find out who the heir is. Though why the Akbaba is here, I don't know.
It's an Akbaba.
It might swoop down.
It's all right, everyone. The fog was created for this purpose. The valley will seem unchanged.
Unless he swoops down low enough, but I don't know why he would want to swoop down. Oh, yeah, but is he gonna do it?
It's coming back around.
There's something I didn't mention. There is a magic in the fog that even the eyes of an Akbaba cannot penetrate.
Okay, you're getting awfully dramatic there, buddy. Is he really just gonna blow the fog away in that bad 3D animation? No, maybe the fog is fighting it somehow.
Be gone,
I don't
you
know
vile
why it would
beast.
bother.
Our people will never again bend to the will of the Shadow Lord.
Never ever. Kill it?
It's
So,
leaving.
It's a good
obviously
thing you took
from
the
that, you would
precautions
think
did.
that the
It looks to me like you've got
Akbaba would
all
get
your magical
suspicious and tell
powers
the
back
Shadow
now.
Lord
Yes,
something.
and I believe we have you three to thank for that. We've discussed the matter, and we've decided that in return for all you've done for us, we will help you with your quest.
Huh? You would want to
There's
help
no need
us?
to worry.
Free
Fardeep
Deltora?
hasn't
From
betrayed
the
you, nor
tyranny
said
of the
anything
Shadow?
of the precious secret you
I
carry
was
with
about
you.
to say Shadow King,
We
but it's
have a
actually
connection
Shadow
with
Lord.
our gem, the amethyst.
I
We
don't
can
know
feel
why
it.
anyone
We
would
also know
want to
that you
live under the
acquired
tyranny
another
of
one
the
of the
Shadow
gems
Lord.
of Deltora here, the diamond.
Well,
That
kind
is
of
how
an
you
odd
released us from
detail
our
is the Shadow Lord actually
You now
isn't
have
in
the
Del.
opportunity to free
Despite
the
all the
entire
previews and
kingdom.
stuff that
However,
clearly
I
shows
sense that for
he's
some
in
reason
Del.
you are
In the books,
frustrated
he's
and
not in
troubled.
Del. He's in the Shadowlands.
I know you guard your
I
plans
guess
from others,
watching
but please
over the
allow
slave
us to
pit or
help
whatever
you.
it was.
It's true. They might
So it's
be
gonna
able
be
to give us
interesting
an
how they
idea of
bring
where to
that
start our
here, but
search.
then again, there's an entire another season that was cut from this
We really appreciate your offer.
right
it's just
here.
that
I
can't
may
do
or may
that.
not do it
I
because I
understand. I'm sure you
have
have your
not been
reasons.
able to find
Otherwise, you wouldn't have
footage
been so
that
honest in your
whatchamacallit.
response.
footage
Allow
that
me
would
to
be
finish the
presentable. But
conversation
though
with one
you,
last
if you've
point.
watched my
To
reviews,
tell
you would
one
know that
Tauran
I'm
is
not
to tell all
exactly
Taurans. We have no
the
secrets
most
from one
technically
another, and this is
proficient
our
or
strength. Between
creatively,
us, we have much
artistically
knowledge,
creative
and our
person
memories are long.
on YouTube.
Now then, Peel.
I do
if you
have
would.
some talent, but obviously that
Yes,
talent is very undermined.
This is for you from the people of Torah, as a token of our friendship.
Okay, that's new. That
It's
wasn't in
pretty.
the books. I know that for a
Sure
fact.
is.
That brooch may turn out to be of help to you in your quest. Please treasure it and know that
Oh,
our
and by the
thoughts
way,
are
in
locked
case I
up
haven't
in
mentioned
with
it,
magic.
Thank
Return
you
to
very
Del
much,
is
Zeon.
probably my third favorite book. I don't think it quite hits the heights of City of Rats
You know,
or
it
what
really
you
is
call
a
it.
shame.
City of
The
Rats or
Taurans
Valley of the
finally got to
Lost,
see
though
blue
this
sky
was a
after 16 years of nothing but
different
gray, and now it's back to
interpretation
this
of
again.
whatchamacallit. Very
Better this
different
than the Shadow
interpretation
Lord
of
noticing we're no
Valley of the
longer under his
Lost, but
spell.
it was hell of a lot better than Maze of
All
the
right,
Beast.
let's
Oh
get
my
out of here.
god.
You heard
Oh
her.
my
They know
god,
about
that
our quest. The
Maze,
sooner we
those
find the air, the sooner we'll
last
see
two
the
episodes
sky
of
again.
Maze of the Beast were
You're
awful.
right.
Shall we go?
Awful in the purest
Hey,
sense
wait,
possible.
we're not leaving right now, are we? We're gonna say goodbye to them before we go, right?
They were boring. They kind of undermined everything. Like in the Valley of the Lost, the pirates get eaten by the Glass.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is there a problem?
But kind of
we
as
have
their
just learned that there are
comeuppance.
two
But then again,
strangers in
the
the valley
pirates in this
walking
one
along
are
the path towards Fardeep's
conveyed as
house.
very incompetent.
We can't let them see what's happened.
Which
the path is
I
close
think
by.
there's
We
some
can
kind
stop
of
them before they get there.
no, that was the thing
We'll
in
have
the
to
80s.
move
In the
fast.
80s,
Ready?
villains had to be very incompetent
feel
because
as
I
though I
think they
should
were
go as
afraid
well.
that the shows that they were in, if they conveyed a villain as successful, it would, I don't know, have some kind of bad influence on the children.
It's Dave.
I don't know.
And dude,
That law
do
has
you
been
know these
long
two?
since been
We
revoked.
do. Well, I mean, one of them is a friend of ours.
It's strange,
It's
but there's something so
dang,
familiar
Mr.
about
No-Knows
that boy.
himself.
Does he have Tauran blood?
Yeah, he does. On his mother's side, I think. We don't know for sure, but we believe that both his parents were abducted by the Shadow Lord.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
Stop right there! And
Notice
just
how his
where do you
mouth
think
didn't
you
move
might
right
be
there.
going?
we meet again.
Okay, dude, I understand you're upset, but he's
Put down your
clearly
weapon,
a
dude,
whole
he's a
lot
friend.
different from where you met him earlier.
Leaf!
Then again, Doom is using one arm right there. I can believe that Doom's one arm can hold back both of Leaf's arms.
Come on, stop it, both of you.
You're gonna have to deal with me too, Doom.
I'm glad to see you haven't lost any of your charm.
This is your last warning. Put your weapon down now.
Are you really gonna fight me to defend that scoundrel?
He's not who you think he is. I have no reason to lie to you. His name is Fardeep. This is not King Endon. The Shadow Lord wanted everyone to believe that he'd broken King Endon.
What are you saying?
That the answer to the riddle was a lie,
I would
designed to mislead
bring
you.
up a certain
When you found
point
out, you
right
reacted
here,
just
but
the way
I'm
he
just
wanted you
not
to.
gonna do it
The Shadow
until it's
Lord
revealed.
needed you to believe that, just like he needed the people to believe
There's
their
a
king
lot
had
of
forsaken them in the first
there's
place.
one,
If he could get us to forget about Endon, Deltora would be his forever.
I think
How
3,
can
but
you be
2
so
off
certain?
the top of my head.
Have you ever thought that maybe you're
No,
the
there's
ones who are
3
being
twists. There's
fooled?
3 twists in Return to Del
Would
that
you
kind of
just
caught me
listen
off
for
guard.
once? The Taurens have
I was really
accepted this
surprised
man
by
for
all
who he
th-
is, and they're the ones
well,
who
I
suffered
wasn't
the most
surprised
under
by
him.
one of them
Now
since
they
I
want to
knew it was
stay
going
here
to happen
with
since I
him.
read the books before.
Just put your
2 of the
knife
twists
down
kind of caught
already.
me off guard.
Do it, Doom.
I'm not going to say them until they show up, but I'll leave you to interpret
Fine,
them.
but you 3 have a lot of explaining to do.
Let's just
For
say
instance, what are
don't
you still
don't
doing here if you already
examine
have
some
the
of these
diamond?
characters too closely.
You're the one that needs to do some explaining. Why didn't you tell us that you'd already been here and solved the riddle?
Well, I warned you not to come here. I said it would only bring you trouble. Besides, even if I had told you what happened, I don't think it would have changed anything.
Yep.
When I left this cursed valley the last time, I made a promise that I would never let it be known to anyone that King Endon had turned his back on his people to join the Shadow Lord. I figured it was
That's a
better
very
if people
true,
thought their poor king had
idea
died.
right there.
At least that way they'd still believe in him.
If you
In the
told
end,
everyone that
not
the
telling
king
anyone played
basically
into the
turned his
Shadow
back
Lord's
on the
plans
entire
too.
realm,
Whether he's
I think all
gone or
hope
just
would be
turned
lost
evil,
right there.
Either way, he'll be forgotten.
But yeah, still not a whole lot to talk
Come
about.
on, let's go. We're not welcome here.
Of course. Sorry.
Do they just depart with them? No, I'm pretty sure they team up.
I don't get
No,
it.
it might
Why is
happen
he
in the
going with
later
him?
episodes.
It's obvious he doesn't agree with what Doom said.
The real question is, why'd they come all the way down into the valley only to turn around?
There's no
Yeah.
telling. That Doom just doesn't trust anyone.
I wonder what was up with those sound effects right there.
It's so quiet.
I guess this should be relaxing, but for some reason I can't fall asleep.
Probably should be relaxing since the final battle is
Apparently
coming
none
up.
of us can sleep.
You look like you've got something on
You
your mind.
claim we want to free Deltora.
I feel
We got the
like
gems.
we're
All we
wasting our
need to do
time
is
here.
find
We
the
should
air.
be looking for the air right now. Besides, it's only a matter of time before the Shadow Lord discovers things are different down here and steps up his search.
I can't argue with you on that.
Indeed.
I'd like to say
Indeed.
goodbye, but it's probably better if we don't. We should get going.
Oh yeah, I remember. This
I'm
does
really
happen in the
gonna miss
books. They
foreign
kind of
food.
just leave
Sometimes I wonder
everyone.
if that's all you think of.
Am I the only one starting to think that we're going the wrong way?
This is the path that Doom and Dane used to come in, so I'm pretty sure it's the way to get out of the valley.
I guess, but for some reason it doesn't feel right to me. Good, I'm not alone.
Honestly, I can't
Kelly feels the
really
same way.
remember this part real well.
What's the matter?
I think I do remember they do eventually try to. Oh yeah, they meet up with Steven. I think it's Steven.
That looks like Steven's wagon.
Yeah, it is Steven. I don't know why I called him. Why don't they just sleep
We've gotta
inside the
get past
wagon?
them. If we walk really quietly, maybe they won't notice.
Right.
It's Steven and what else? Nevitz? Yeah, Steven and Nevitz.
Oh, that's just great. Let's move. They might have heard that.
Right here, Steven has a side to him called Nevitz. Are they just gonna show him right now?
It's like he came out of nowhere.
You don't say, Barda. But yeah, in the book, Steven kind of just wakes up
Sorry,
and
I guess
starts
I woke him
growling, and that's
Yeah,
when they say,
well,
"Oh,
maybe we
hey,
should
it's
talk about
us."
that
And
later.
Nevitz goes away. He doesn't just appear like that. And now that you look at him, he looks a whole lot like what's his face, Wolfman. Looks
There's
like
no way we're
Wolverine.
gonna be able to beat him. Let's run.
He's in the series. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he joined the Resistance and he was mocking them. Jasmine was supposed to fight him. But he looks like that guy. I can't remember his name to save my life right now, though. Punch. Nice.
That's enough, Nevitz. Back off.
Why would he listen to Doom? He should only listen to Steven. Why is he running away? Shouldn't he just kind of just fade back into Steven? Now the funny thing is, in the book, Steven and Nevitz are the same person.
You tried to fight him too?
It's kind of like
I
a
thought I heard
Dr.
Nevitz
Jekyll,
growling.
Mr. Hyde.
What's a
kind of
Nevitz?
deal.
Oh, you don't know? He's Steven's brother. Anytime he gets woken, he goes wild and there's no stopping him.
Yeah, no kidding. But what are you guys doing here anyway? I thought you left.
Oh, well, we were just...
Before you start grilling us, a simple thank you would be nice.
You're right.
Thank
Thank
you.
You have no idea how worried we've been about the three of you. This morning we saw an Akbaba flying in this direction, and we wanted to make sure you were all right, so we followed it.
Don't get the wrong idea. Those beasts are a red flag that the Shadow Lord's up to something.
What is it with you? Why can't you just admit you were worried about us?
Never question a man's stubborn pride, Jasmine.
Spoken like an expert on the subject.
I
Well,
can't
you
remember.
did
I
save
think this
us
is the
again,
part where they show
so
him the
thank
belt.
you.
They finally show him the belt. What was going on with Dane right there? Is it because he had the punch? Yes, there we go.
That's the belt.
No, Leaf.
Okay, that's a very monotone reaction
Hey,
to
what
the
do you
belt
think
of
you're
Deltora.
doing?
Just stay still. In a moment, the diamond will ease the pain in your shoulder.
Does the diamond ease pain? I think they're just making stuff up.
So this is the big secret you've been keeping from me the whole time.
The diamond is a symbol of purity and
Our
faithfulness,
quest has
so
always been to retrieve all 7 of the gems. My
I believe
father
as long as
put the belt of
I
Deltora
can't
back
remember
together.
all the gems and
Warned
what
by
they
the
do,
air,
because
it's the
Emily
only way
Rodda
the
kind
Shadow
of just
Lord will
makes
ever
them
be
up as they
defeated.
go along. In book 3, the
The
emerald,
problem is, we're kind of stuck right now.
not the emerald.
We need to find Endon's
Amethyst?
son, but
No.
we have no idea
Opal?
where to start looking
I think it's
for
the
him.
opal.
Leaf, are you
Opal
sure
or the
about
topaz, that
I am.
somehow cures.
It's time we started trusting
That
each
cures
other and
snake
working
venom,
together.
and it somehow
Our secrecy
saves
has helped
Jasmine
protect
in
us,
book
but
5
it's also isolated us.
from that
I think
Toad's.
that's what Xeon was trying to say.
Starts with a
There are
G.
times
I
when
think
you've
it's
got
Grok,
to turn to other people for
something
help.
like that. That Toad's
Very true.
venom.
So I think we should go back to the Torrens and tell them what our quest is about.
just a
Why don't you two come with us?
what the gems actually do. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to them. Yeah, the Resistance now knows of the belt.
How's your shoulder feeling now?
It's better.
Better.
It seems that gem really worked. So I think it's time you told all of us about the belt of Deltora.
This is the reason why we asked you to join us tonight.
Truly, the belt is a thing of great beauty.
Each gem is magic, but only when the heir to King Auden wears the belt will its full power be realized.
The Shadow Lord himself knows that if that happens, he'll be in big trouble.
Each of the 7 tribes' gems has a magic of its own. But joined together as one, the gems make a spell that is far more powerful than the sum of its parts could ever be.
That's
Yep.
word for word from the belt of Deltora.
I've thought a lot about that passage. Particularly, how together they make a
So,
spell
here's
that
another
is
question.
more
How does
powerful
Dane
than the
know
sum of its
about
parts.
the belt
That
of
seems to be
Deltora?
the secret.
Never showed any sort of
It's
interest
the
in it,
only
but then
way
again, he is of
we can
Tauren
win.
blood.
Only when the 7 tribes are united can we hope to overcome the Shadow Lord. Separately, it cannot be done.
I agree.
You've got away with words.
When did you turn into such a scholar?
So you memorized that book Leaf keeps talking about too?
My parents said it was important to never forget what happened.
Do you remember what was written after that?
Indeed.
My dad told me that this was very important. Only the belt
Very
of Deltora,
important
complete
indeed,
as it was
Leaf.
first fashioned by Auden and worn by the true heir to his throne,
Has the power to defeat the enemy and drive him back to the Shadowlands. I
Why are they doing
remember.
it in sync
All
like
the
that?
more reason to unite the 7 tribes.
Man,
if we
come on,
put all
something
our
happened.
energies
Something
together, we have a
happened.
better chance of
We
finding the
didn't,
heir to
we didn't
Autumn's
stick
throne.
around this long
Exactly.
explaining
Come on,
stuff
we
in
shouldn't
the
waste
book.
any more time.
I think we spent like 2 chapters
And this time
showing
we'll all
the belt
stick together.
and devising
I don't
plans,
know.
and then
I'm
we
still
were on
not
the road.
convinced a new king will solve all our problems, but I'm willing to
We're
help you
not on
find it
the
if you
road
need me
by the
to.
end of the whatchamacallit.
you've
By
got
the
to be
end
the
of
most
this
stubborn
episode,
person
I
I've met in my
think
whole
we're gonna
life.
be
Look who's talking.
set for
You still
more
think you
filler
beat
and
me
stuff,
with me?
though I hope to God we stop the filler after that last Thagan episode. Jeez, that was boring.
Hey, Dane, have you ever thought that you might be...
What?
Oh, nothing. Forget about it. Maybe we can
Yeah,
talk later.
but don't bring it up, Leaf.
Even through the fog, the sunrise is beautiful.
How can you see it through the fog?
The first thing we need to do is gather the 7 tribes. Then we'll find him.
Yeah. Come on, then. And I guess that's the end of the episode, so we better be on the road by the next one. Or else I think we got more filler heading our way. Yeah, not really a whole lot to say right there. Yeah, nothing really happened in that episode. Yeah, we started Return to Del, we showed them the belt. Something we probably should have done at the very beginning of the series, in my opinion, but, you know, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, expect these next couple of episodes to come out pretty fast. I hope to get that Your Lie in April video out soon, but I can't promise anything right now. So anyway, I'll see you next time.
Representatives from each of the 7 tribes are going to meet. I hope I get to see some of my friends again. Oh no, Grey Guards and Nevitz! I don't know which is worse. Next episode, Nevitz goes wild.